Okay, so in one of my previous videos, we built this vending machine, which I'll link here if you haven't watched it already. If you're new here, my name is Indy. I'm known as Do This by Indy on Instagram and TikTok. And again, in my previous video, we built this out, but today we're going to be decorating it. To be honest, I'm kind of nervous of even starting to paint this because I feel like it's so permanent. But I have like a drawing on my iPad and it's kind of laid out of how I want it to look, and I think all I have to do is really just slap it onto this thing. I think I'm going to be using a mix of paint and then also using like cardboard to make it more like 3D like, and also like maybe printing out my drawing so that it looks like what I want it to look like. For example, the dog portion, like I don't think I'm going to draw that out on cardboard paper and cut it out and everything. I don't think it's going to look good. So I think what I'm going to do is print parts of it out and then paint other parts of it out. Okay, so I got the paint ready. The color is good. I don't know why it's always so nerve-wracking to like just put the paint on it, but let's freaking do this. So I think I'm just gonna take it a little apart, like the top off, so that I can just focus on this being one specific color. I think I want it to be a little yellow, so oh my gosh. The first paint, oh my gosh. It's gonna look like that. Oh my gosh, I kind of love this yellow already. So I'm gonna try and do the whole top yellow, and then the bottom is gonna be more green. So it kind of like represents a little bit of the grass. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, this is quite therapeutic actually. I haven't painted with like acrylic in so long. I feel like I've been mostly doing watercolor, which has been fun too, but it's definitely a different type of medium. I feel like watercolor is so like not as pigmented as acrylic and other paints like, you know, oil or gouache. So this is definitely a different experience. I should probably like make sure my table is not gonna get paint on it and put like newspaper on it or something. Gosh. But I'm also trying to like not to wet it too much because this is still cardboard at the end of the day, so I don't want it to get too flimsy by making it wet. So I'm trying my best not to use a lot of water as I normally would, I think, when I'm painting on like a canvas or something. But yeah, so now we got almost one side done. Looks great so far. Oh, looks perfect. Yeah, it's exactly the yellow that I wanted. So I'm just gonna try and finish this up. I'm like nervous about running out of this paint color, and I have to like make and mix a new batch, and I'm scared that it's not gonna be the same exact yellow that I am currently having, because this is again the exact yellow that I want. So I don't want to make a new color and it's like a different shade that's like a little too dark or too light. But I think I will have enough, hopefully. Maybe. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the top is done. It's all yellow, and what I love about like this material is it's so easy to glide on, and then also with acrylic, I love that it's like fast drying, and I can just do one side and then not be afraid that like my hands will smudge when I'm painting the other side because it dries so quickly. So luckily it's a fast paint job for this top. So now we're going to do the bottom part, but yeah, I'm not even gonna try and put it on right now. I'm just gonna paint it first and see what it looks like. Okay, so the base of the vending machine is done and it looks so good. It looks just like my draft in terms of like the colors and everything. I think what I just have to do actually is like touch up some of the cracks here so that it's like more seamless when it comes to the colors, because cardboard folds so that you know where to fold when it comes to building this out is like very noticeably blue. So I'm gonna try and like hide that a little bit better, but overall I think it looks really good. Next step is to kind of just build out everything else. I think I'm gonna try and draw everything out on my iPad and then print it out and then put it on cardboard paper so that it's more sturdy, and then just glue it on. And it seems easier said than done, but I think I'm gonna just let this fully dry first while I work on everything else tonight and then put it together tomorrow. Okay, so I thought I would have time yesterday to, you know, work on my vending machine, get it all done, but I didn't. And so it's the next day now and I'm gonna try and finish this up. So looking back, it's all dried up. It looks so good. I am in love with the colors and I kind of cleaned up all the little extra spots where there were like splotches and not being cleared, but it looks really good now. So the next step is me drawing on my iPad all the little pieces that I want. I have a lot of boxes and cardboard that I got from like my orders or like Amazon orders or something like that. So I think I'm gonna reuse that so I can like glue it on here. Also, I had to get a glue gun, so that's why I couldn't do it yesterday. Minus me just kind of being tired too. But let's use the glue gun excuse for me procrastinating. But yeah, let's get to drawing all the pieces. Okay, so this is kind of what the final draft would look like. I have all of these pieces individually drawn on a separate sheet, but I'm kind of just like trying to piece together everything that I need to like print out. The only things that I don't have printed out are like these little signs, so I'm going to just draw it on like Canva or something and then add it to the sheet of things that I need to print out. But I think this is what I want it to look like. I know it looks kind of plain at the moment, but hopefully it would all come together and then I can add like little details everywhere else. I think I might actually want to add something right here to have like kind of like a little sign that says like, I don't know, Doodles by Indie or something. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. I'm gonna have like a little sign down here, and I think that's the last thing that I want to add before printing everything out. I want to fit all of this into like one sheet, especially since everything is gonna be tiny. I don't want to like waste so much paper just for me to like print it on a different paper, if that makes sense. So I have everything transported into my Silla Cameo. I think I just need to measure it out because this is kind of tiny actually. So I'm trying to measure out the sizing of everything before I print it out. And I think I'm gonna print it out as like a draft first, like black and white, so that I don't waste color and ink and good paper on something that's not gonna fit. So I think the first thing that I want to measure out is, I think, the window, I guess, of how I want it to look. I feel like I want to like draw it out on here, but then like I don't want to paint it over because there's pencil marks, but it's gonna be covered by the cardboard and everything. But anyways, I think I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. I've never done this before, so give me some grace on this because again, it's my first time. I've never done anything like this before. Oh wait, I need to like look at my draft and what it's supposed to look like actually. Okay, so I think I want the whole thing to be 4 inches. So I'm gonna make this about 4 inches. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger than needed because I can always cut it down. I just don't want it to be too small and then I have to like reprint it. I'd rather have it big and me having to kind of cut it down. I might need 2 pieces of paper actually printed out for this, so I think some of these signs could wait just because I can reprint it in a different sheet. And then 3.5. Trees are going to be 3.5. And then, oh man, I feel like I can just, okay, so that one I want it to be like maybe 4.5 maybe. I feel like I can also just like use the square part that I'm going to use as the window as kind of like a sizing measurement of how I want the dog and everything. I feel like I can do something like that. Oh shoot, I need to put this on top, send it front. Yeah, I think it's something like that. And maybe a little smaller. I don't know. I feel like, whatever. It's gonna be fine. And then this thingy, I want it so that it's the same size as the window. So I think I could just do that, right? Yeah, I'm gonna try and just eyeball it. And the sign is a little bit smaller, so I want to say about 2 inches. Oh my god. 2 inches tall. I feel like I'm winging it and I'm kind of scared because usually I'm someone who's very approximate and like I need everything to be perfect, but again, I'm going to be printing a draft of this in black and white to make sure the sizing works and everything, so I think we're okay. But yeah. So yeah, I think I have it all set. I think I just need to print it out. I think I'm gonna put a sign here actually just to fill out the white space since I have some room here, I think I might put maybe the little speech bubble that I have. But I don't know what I want to say within the speech bubble because I already have like a welcome to my shop little sign here that I'm not sure. Maybe I'll say like buy something or support me, or I don't know. But I'll figure something out, and then I'm just gonna print this out, and then I'm gonna cut it out to see if everything fits. I printed it out in black and white, and it already looks so big that I think I have to like make it smaller, but I'm just gonna try to place it out to see how much smaller that I need to make it so that it would fit. God, I feel like I'm making like arts and craft right now because I feel like I don't normally use a scissor to cut paper and stuff and glue things on. It's so much fun. Oh my gosh. It's like a mini little project. Actually, it's not that bad. It's actually the size that I want. I thought it'll be much bigger, but I actually think I have like a frame because it came with like a little frame for the vending machine window to see how much I should do it. So let me just double check if that's the right size. Yeah, so it came with this like little frame that's supposed to go here. I think I'm gonna do it this way instead of this way because I think that's just what I was like looking for. But either way, it's a little big. It's a little big, but I think I could make it work. I think I'm just gonna like cut it a little bit, or I guess I can make it smaller on the sheet too so I don't waste so much ink or whatnot. And then let's cut out the dog to see what that will look like. Just doing like a rough cut because it doesn't have to be perfect for this example. I'm just gonna and I think I'm going to use my Cricut to like cut all this out next time, but I kind of just wanted to see quickly like what it would look like. Okay, if I were to do it like that, yeah, the dog would be too big. But if I did it like this, actually, okay, hold up. If I did it like this way, and take up the whole thing as its window, which that could be a possibility, and then put the dog here, it would all work out, I think. Maybe I just like get rid of this window and make my own window for this specific size. I think maybe that could be a possibility of what I could do. So let's also see whether everything else fits. Okay, whatever. I think I got the length of the little ledge, so it would sit something like that, which might be a little too big. Actually, I want it so that I could fold this. Hold up. Let's try to see what it will look like if I actually folded it and then kind of like have a 3D-ish pop. I actually don't know if I can do this with like cardboard where it's like so foldable, but it would look like this where like you could have the top and it'll like pop out a little bit. So I think just a tiny bit smaller and it should be good. And then let's just double check the awning to see if it fits the whole top side of this vending machine. I said I was gonna do a rough cut, but then like I'm also doing this so precisely, which I don't think I need it to do. Okay, let's just do a rough cut. Oh my gosh, an actual rough cut. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect. This one, it would need to be a little bit bigger. I was not sure about the sizing because, okay, maybe just like a little bit bigger, I think. Because I want to cover the whole thing and there's like a little gap, like a minuscule. But let's just make sure that it doesn't cover the dog. And maybe I'll put the dog just a little bit shorter. And then, yeah. Yeah, I could just do something like that. I could do something like this. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, it's like black and white, it's so hard to see. But I think I'm gonna be placing it like this. I should actually just put tape on it or something to like see how it looks. I think that's a better idea. I don't know why I didn't start that from the beginning. My table's a mess, but this is kind of like what it will look like. I think I'd like the size of everything. I think I might just make the dog a little bit smaller, the awning a little bit bigger, if not longer. I might make the speech bubble, I think it's fine. And then I think everything else is fine, and all I have to do is make the little kind of like border so that it looks like it's a window, since I'm gonna not use the one that they gave me. But everything else looks good. I think I did a really good job. And then I just wanted to add like maybe small little details, maybe just add like a cash register or maybe more plants, and then on the side maybe like do something, but maybe I'll also paint on that side, I don't know. And then I think I might add like a little arrow so that they know it's turning like inward and not the other way around. So yeah, I think it's all coming together, which I'm like so proud of myself for, because again, like I don't do a lot of like artsy crafty things like this, or haven't done it in like a long time, so it's looking good. I'm like gonna print it out and then I'm gonna print it out, cut it out, and then just start gluing it on cardboard pieces of paper. Okay, so now that everything's printed, I think we're ready to start gluing things. Like I said before, I had a lot of like cardboard boxes, so I think I'm gonna glue them on it and then cut it. I think the only one that I'm having trouble with is like this one, which is the frame of the vending machine. I'm just not sure how to like cut the inside of the cardboard, but we'll see. I don't know. I think we'll figure it out somehow. And this is what the final look of the vending machine. I was initially gonna put like these signs, but I think what I'm gonna do is clip it on once I get there. I have these like little clips that I could just attach on, just because it's gonna be kind of hard to transport if there's like stuff hanging on and it's glued on. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But last thing to do is test out whether this works or not. So let's put some cards in. Okay, then we're gonna spin this and it works. I cannot believe that I built this thing. It looks like what I imagined and what the giraffe looks like. And I can't wait to use this at my next pop-up, which is in a few days. So come to my next pop-up and be like the first one to spin this thing. And I forgot I added an arrow. But yeah, I am so excited to use it. So come through, see what you win. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to more crafty videos.